Ladies and gentlemen, just like I said, we got a special guest in the building, man. A dope artist, and we about to get into that interview so y'all can get to know the guest just a little bit more. So, King Dean, kick us off with the questions, please.
First question we have is, who are you and what do you do?
I'm Des. I'm the owner and artist of Fly Kicks. But more importantly, I like to consider myself a soul snatcher. So that means I snatch the souls of sneakers for a living. But the cool thing about calling yourself a soul snatcher is a great it opens up a conversation.
Absolutely.
People go, what does that mean? Can you snatch my soul? Indeed, I can. So what I do is, I'm inspired heavily by sneakers. So I started off customizing sneakers. I transitioned to painting pictures of sneakers, and then ultimately one day I decided, hey, why not cut up these coveted sneakers and turn them into masterpieces? A lot of my work features a lot of different brands, but you'll see that I focus on a lot of Jordan brand, Nikes, OG sneakers. I'll cut up a pair of new releases. It doesn't matter, but I just get busy.
What is the reaction? Because I just heard you, and the public just heard you say, I cut up Jordans, I cut up my sneakers and make art. So I know you say, hey, why not do this? But where did it actually come from? And what was the reaction when people found out you started doing that?
I say to myself, if I don't do it, there's going to be somebody who's younger than me, who's more attractive than me, who just maybe has a little bit more talent than me, that will. So I'm going to do it while I can. And people's reaction has been crazy. Sometimes I'm cutting up things fresh out the box, $300 retail.
They just want to stay in my closet.
Nasty.
Or I'll cut up a pair of OG breads just because it's fun. It gets me going. And people be like, why would you do that? I'm like, it caught your attention. So that's why I did it.
Here I am. I'm about to go to Foot Locker or whatever. I'm going to buy these 300 pair of sneaks, and then I'm going to cut them up. Ooh, and now, but you're right, because now I want to see what you about to do with these.
Right.
That's pretty dope. So how long did it take you to become as good as you are? I asked that question because they see people pop up on the scene, and they're already either got money or they're already talented, and they don't really know the sacrifice that was made to become who you are. So how long did it take you to become this good? Like, how did you start out?
I think I'm the only child. So as a kid, I spent plenty of time coloring, recreating things. So my focus was always on art. Even in high schools, to pay for yearbook and prom, I was making headbands, custom T-shirts, using my craft to make money because I didn't want to be dependent on my parents. But I read something today that about Pablo Picasso. He was sitting in a cafe one day, doodling on a napkin. And after he was done doodling on the napkin, he went to go throw it away. And the lady said in the cafe, I'll buy that. And she goes, how much? He's like, $20,000. And she goes, what? But you were going to throw it away. And she didn't realize the value of that. It took him all his life to create that piece that she only saw in a few minutes. So I feel like when I create pieces, I've been preparing all my life to create that piece. Now, while people may think I just woke up one day, I've been collectively building on different ideas that I've been seeing. And I think that that's what allows me to continue working on my masterpiece daily, because I'm constantly evolving, I'm constantly learning, and I'm thinking of different ways to impress myself. So, I think that I'll be creating for a lifetime. My work will definitely get better.
Nice. So since we're talking about your art, what inspired you to do the Wu-Tang piece?
My mother is a Wu-Tang fan.
Shout out to moms.
Cream.
And I wanted to create something that would impress her. She wasn't too impressed by my piece last year at Art All Night, and I felt like I had to make a comeback. So I was like, I'm gonna make this piece to impress my mother, and when she saw it, she was wowed. And more importantly, it's an iconic symbol. No matter what your race is, the color of your skin, your backgrounds, your sexual orientation, no matter what it is, we all have something in common. When we see that thrown up, we know what it is. It's like the Batman signal. You
Mhm.
see the
Talk
Batman
about it.
signal in the sky, you know
Mhm.
that calling. So that's what the woo symbol is for many people.
Facts. So your mother didn't like, or she didn't like the last painting you said you did at Art on Night.
Yeah.
What was the painting actually?
It was, I cut up a few pair of Air Force Ones and I had it levitating by a helicopter that I made from a Nike box. And I kind of rushed it. So when my mom saw it, I was like, hey, Ma, you like that? She was like, oh, it's nice. That means no.
Right.
So I was like, man, I wanted to just take it off the wall and throw it away. She did not like it. So I was like, I got to come harder.
Shout out to mom for being honest like that. You know, do you get offended or anything?
No. I mean, at the end of the day, especially with people, I never allow anyone to judge me. I don't really take too much of what people say to heart. So that, I think that's what allows me to just continue to work on my art, to be better by, those who do matter, take into consideration.
So what's your favorite piece that you did?
I haven't given really much thought to that.
All your babies, right? It's kind of like asking what's your favorite kid.
Oh, it really, sometimes it goes down to the sneakers you were cutting up, of the memory that it brings about. I think I equally love all of my work, but something about creating the Woo canvases has been like phenomenal for me. The response, being able to have it on like a program where people can like tune in. It has thousands of different viewers watching the show and seeing my piece and being like, yo, Des, I saw your piece on there today. And it's like, yeah.
Has anybody, like, let's say like a Woo member or anybody who you thought was like, man, you hit me up. Has anybody hit you up that you was just like, yo?
Not as of yet, but my
Okay.
followers have been phenomenal and, trying to reach out to them. But Moms did say she wants me to create a piece for Meth. So what Mom wants, Mom gets.
Yeah,
So,
I can't wait for that one.
So yeah, I got to create something, and with the help of my followers, we'll get it out there, we'll get it delivered, and I'll get that picture for her.
Oh yeah, we definitely. Now, I'm a follower now too, so we gonna get that out there. And I seen Meth tweet something last week. He don't really do the social media, but I'm gonna make sure I get at him. I said, Meth, somebody's cooking something up for you. You need to be on social media and stay alert because it's coming. Because I definitely listen. Them things is fire. Like I said, I seen the Wu-Tang joint, and I just was like, yo, that is incredible. What did you use for it? Air Force Ones or?
Well, I have, I think, two pieces now. One I created of Nike Blazer Highs, suede Nike Blazer Highs. So that was fairly easy. Then my second, which I call Air Force Woo, I transformed like 4 or 5 pairs of white Air Force Ones, spray painted in black, and use that for a piece. So, all leather, suede, just messing around with like different materials.
Okay. All right. So then you want to ask question 5.
If you could build a life partner, how would you do it?
You wasn't expecting that one. You wasn't expecting that one.
If I could build a life partner,
Yeah.
how?
What are your qualities? Like build your man, or build.
Oh, okay. I'm an alpha in my own right. My father was an alpha male. I'm an alpha woman. So I need a man that can stand strong on his own. But I need him to be confident to know should he fall, I can hold it down. I got you, So I want someone who's confident, who's a conversationalist, who's intelligent. Of course, you want someone who's just an overall good man, to possess those nice qualities. But I want when he walks into the room, he commands the room. He don't even have to say anything. It's just the way that he's a charmer. It's the way that he could just finesse it. And because I could do those things myself. So it's nice to have someone who compliments you. And in knowing that, remember, you are a complete individual. So no one should ever really complete who you are.
Facts.
But they should very well compliment your state of being.